Welcome back. Welcome back. We back with another one. Big U, Luce Cannon, Big Baby, and Nipsey. You know what I'm trying to figure out? They say that Luce Cannon was saying that him and Big Baby have a fight. I just think a lot of this stuff that they actually be lying, making up stuff for content. Talking about he had broke his hand and all that dumb stuff. But we're gonna do a quick recap on Big U because he did plead not guilty. Just get off into this. We keeping up to date. This is just some old stuff I want to get off of my list today. Just a quick recap and update. So he did plead not guilty, and that's per my last video as well. And it's just a timeline of things that happened. Eugene Henley Jr., known as Big U, is facing 43 count indictment for racketeering, fraud, murder, human trafficking. He pled not guilty. Henley Big U, a leader of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, is accused of running a mafia-like organization involved in crimes such as murder. I really hope they get him on Nipsey and dang, who else did he? Nipsey and somebody else. If convicted, he could face hundreds of years in prison, according to prosecutors, especially for that extortion. Oh, PNB Rock, because we talked about that last time too. But everybody gonna be testifying against him. That's just a fact. Dang, this light. It makes so much damn noise. It don't make no sense. Okay, let's see. He's 58. He surrendered to authorities. We know that. The indictment connects him to the 2021 murder of Rayshawn Williams, who used to live with him. Now, some people saying that Rayshawn and his son had some type of relationship. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't. I'm just putting that's just allegedly because I had no idea if that's even true. But that's out there on these streets, on these YouTube streets. He has been a member, prominent gang member since the 80s. He served 13 years in prison for attempting to steal cocaine from an undercover cop. Something I didn't even know. I'm like, wow. He helped launch the career of Nipsey Hussle. He has publicly denied the charges, claiming they are attempts to assassinate his character. U.S. Attorney Joseph McNally stated that Henley's criminal enterprise engaged in activities ranging from murder to sophisticated fraud, emphasized the Department of Justice commitment to eradicating gangs of organized crime. Some are saying that they trying to clean up these streets of Los Angeles gang activity due to the Olympics coming. That could be true. That definitely could be true. His trial begins May 20th. That's just a quick overview. But I saw something dated. Let me see. I'm going to be up for a while. This is from XXL Magazine. Is there anything different in this article? He turned himself in the same day he was charged. And we played those videos of him turning himself in. All right, yeah, I guess that is it. So let's get to this. 'Cause I'm trying to make my videos short because I can go on and on to the break it down.
Yo, what up? It's Air Moses. Gang, now this other individuals linked to him.
Okay, I'm not going to show this, so let me get rid of that. Cleaning this stuff up. This with Willie D.
As he became in his greatness and he embraced his greatness, he started wanting to. Because you know, when you're young, you want to be your own. You don't want to associate or brand it with nobody else. You want to be your own. But Nip wasn't my first time in music. Willie D. Live. I mean, we wanted to celebrate Crenshaw. We wanted to celebrate Archie because it had its roots in affiliation also at the same time. Because being from where we was, our section, it was called. Really, we called ourselves South Central LA, but South Central LA at that time was really considered Compton, Watts, and all that because it was South LA. We really was West LA. You know what I'm saying? But we're not West LA. We're not West LA because then that goes into my brothers, the Mansfields and Marvin and the PBGs and all them, the Venezuela, because that's considered West LA. So we not really. In our area, it's now called the Crenshaw district or the Crenshaw area. But prior to me coming home, we was kind of like no area. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you know our area, it's kind of like from Western to the water down Slauson and Florence, and then Crenshaw runs through.
That might be, you know what? That might be true, Inglewood, because I am in Detroit. So I'm just trying to piece together the stuff myself. So you right about that. However, I do have some cousins in Inglewood.
From our section, maybe 20 blocks at the most. You know what I mean? And we claim that little section and we made it popular. But that's also old Crenshaw. That's also where, 50 years ago, if you was black, African American, you couldn't party in Hollywood. You partied right there at Crenshaw. Mavis Flats, all of that, right up and down Crenshaw. You know what I mean? That's where all the old players was going, right there. We couldn't go to Beverly Hills. We weren't going over there doing that. Right there on Crenshaw.
What was that area that Nip had this idea to build this office space and stuff?
It was right there on Crenshaw and Slauson. He actually not on Crenshaw.
And I've been on Crenshaw and Slauson in 2021. I went to the mural and all that. I was trying to see Black Sam before they had all the vendors. And I went to the Fat Burger around there that he had affiliate. So, yeah.
On Victoria and Slauson. So it's a block off Crenshaw, and but you can also be saying it's Crenshaw too, but it's actually right there in that square. That's where him and his brother first started hustling, right there. But like I was saying, prior to Bro, there was the homies already. We hustled right there. Everybody hustled right there. And then Ralph's used to be right there. So when we was young, we used to go to Ralph and take baskets out. Take people baskets for quarters and pump gas for nickels and quarters and all that. We all did it right there on Crenshaw and Slauson. So that's why if you see a lot of people who claim that area, claim that section, that's because we all was babies right there. That wasn't birthed by Nipsey, me, and nobody else. It was a lot of big homies who and that's kind of where. And then another way to explain it is it was the major bus section. Where if you want to get to the mall, coming from different places, that your bus stop was right there on Crenshaw and Slauson. That's where, you're gonna meet right there and go anywhere anywhere throughout the city of LA. You can meet right there from the west side, not the deep west side when you're going further, but we kind of like the last stop. Then you go into the water.
Right. How'd you and Nip met?
Me and Nip met my nephew Tiny Draws. Tiny Draws. I told you I was gonna make the name famous.
He was Big Draws and Tiny Draws, huh? Big Draws and Tiny Draws.
Big draws, little draws, baby draws. You know, we do it big, little, tiny, big, little, baby, tiny, and it goes down.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you and Nip met through your nephew, Tiny Draws.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so, what's your first impression of Nip?
My first impression of Nip was good looking, debonair, and he looked like Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had a squeaky voice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I always did think he could play Snoop. If Snoop, I was like, man,
That's a fact. I agree with that.
On Snoop.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. He didn't like it at first. Then he warmed to it. As he became in his greatness and he embraced his greatness, he started warming to it. Because, you know, when you're young, you want to be your own. You don't want to associate or brand it with nobody else. You want to be your own. But Nip wasn't my first time in music.
You worked with Corrupt too, didn't you?
I was in music before. My first.
No, Corrupt was before.
Corrupt was first. Corrupt was my first wasn't Corrupt. My first was Laquan, Pop LQ. For me, he had the B side.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my first, and then even prior to before that, my first shout out on the album came from Tila, King T.
Okay.
That was my first shout out in music. Was King T. King T gave me a shout out. I'm not sure what album it was. Maybe in his first. We gotta ask him. It might have been his first project. He gave me a shout out. Big, you shouted me out. That was my first time in music. Yeah. And then I slowly around because I was getting money at that time. You know what I mean? But
I'm
my
sure
first
you was.
sit down with the ideal of doing music came from Laquan, Papa LQ. Yeah, that was my first time.
Wow, I didn't know that. Dang, I need to add Wack 100 to this.
What up, YouTube? This is Getty Radio back at you.
I like Giddy Radio.
Want to bet?
Here's the thing.
Somebody want to bet?
I felt bad
He's
for
a sleaze bag.
I felt bad
That's
for
what
Luce
he
Cannon
is.
when I
See,
remember
Tony,
that
drop the
interview
content.
line.
You telling me, okay, well, listen, Big U was fucking his son,
Bruh,
Jabari.
What?
Baby Huey's baby mama.
Okay. I'm glad that sentence.
Hold on. And let me put a little more to it.
Y'all about to get a cease and desist.
No, we're not, because we got the content. We're going to bring her out to work. Let me put a little more on it.
Adam's not doing that.
And
Adam, you bringing that? You doing that?
Let watch this.
Y'all in LA.
No, we bring her on.
When I leave, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm out
Check this out. Check this out.
None.
Not only was he having sex with his baby mama, y'all ready for this? We're not talking about when she became the baby mama.
You gotta tell the story of
He
life.
was also doing it when she was babysitting baby Huey.
Oh, wow.
Story run.
It's a fact.
Be use your man. Be use your man.
Yo, Dad, you know I like bets. You got a bet? 10 raps?
I'm not saying it's
Hold
true.
on. Black, would you
saying-
let
You gotta
the
bet.
story run?
I'm definitely not gonna bet.
We got anybody got a bet?
Definitely
Trap?
not gonna bet.
I ain't done my
On
homework.
Vlad TV, no, I wouldn't run.
Okay. See, and
You got a bet?
there is
Nah, I
this
don't-
round.
Anybody got a bet?
I don't know, Big U. I don't know
here's the
what's
thing.
You want to bet? Primo, you want to bet?
I don't know the part.
You know she called in last week. Anytime somebody's on the phone with one of us and calls in while I'm on no jump, you know we got the content.
We got the work.
Hey, Wack, let me ask you, though, about the lady, though, bro, because the lady is saying that she got let go from trap kitchens and whatever.
She's
right?
a rat. It's in the It's in the paperwork. She tell it.
She is telling. That's a fact. She is telling. It is in the paperwork.
I told the bitch a year ago. I called Spank, who used to be on in Sleepers. Spank a homie. Hey, blood, the bitch talking. She fucking with the feds. Spank called the bitch to be on the three-way. Wack, repeat what you just said. I repeated it. She go crazy. Look, lady, I don't know you. Ain't ate your food. I ain't your pussy. This my homeboy from Paul Root Spank. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I just got a call from the Keyway side that the bitch is talking, cooperating. So I'm letting you know right now. So if she's selling tacos, keep it that. You gotta fire the bitch. But if anything else going on, back up off the bitch. I hung the phone up. Spank called me 4 days ago. Wack, you told us. And like, it's what it is.
I know she mad at you and she mad at Big Community World.
Or she, I don't know what she thinking. You's a bitch. That's all you are is a bitch. You're not finna stop me. When niggas been having relationships before you start selling tacos, right? So now, okay, since you want to mention me, now, fuck it, let's talk about bitch. You really pregnant by Big U. All that your baby daddy got killed a month ago. That's cap. That's Big U, baby. Now, just run out there.
Wow. But Wack be lying. But that's Big U. Wow. Oh, I wonder what his wife got to say. Or she probably already know. I don't know.
Came out your mouth. How about that, bitch? Now let's play like that. Since you want to play, bitch, you told. It's in the motherfucking paperwork. You told. What you mad at me for? I knew you told, because you told the nigga you told. And the nigga went to another nigga that called me. Hey, what? It's what the woo, how you know? The nigga just left my house telling me to told him the feds pulled and she told him, oh, that's how I knew. All these niggas, how Wack be knowing? Hey, listen, I may not be from the biggest game out here, but I'm doing the most business out here. So you guess what people do with Wack? They bring it to me. All of them.
No, for sure.
You telling too. All y'all telling.
This shit ain't about no money. If a nigga basing anything on gangbang activity, he's a little nigga. Cause you know why a gangbanger's a little nigga? Cause he at the park. He right there. Chuck, he right there. The nigga is right there. Any nigga you know is right there is a little nigga.
Hey, bro, let me ask you though, with the whole Big U situation, right? Draws down operation. So a lot of people not talking about the 10,000 fentanyl pills or the 49 guns.
I mean, I don't know where that was found. So we ain't gonna know that.
That's on the Big Rico though, right?
Well, I mean, depending on where it was found, I don't know where it's a bunch of people on there.
Yeah.
You know, the Mexican dude, my wife called me and said my husband only dealt with these people twice. They told him, right?
What?
You don't know these people.
Wow.
Left in the blue shirt.
Yeah, the one who's on the run last, right?
Nah, he ain't on the run because she called me from the feds, from the federal building. That day they all went. She called me from the federal building. So she said my husband dealt with these people once or twice. She's not part of the organization, so that means one of them is when they got to telling to give them some, whatever they was getting for the Mexicans, gave them the Mexican. But I don't know. I don't know where they found the fentanyl pills at or the guns at in the or this or that. I don't know where all that shit was found at. Big U shouldn't mean that stupid. That's why he wasn't home. He wasn't home because the nigga gave him warning with the clips we released. So
I believe that. I believe that.
Hey, bro, you know what's
dumb
crazy?
enough to have everything at the other house thinking the people didn't know about it. And it's obvious in the paperwork that they did some extortion payments over there at the other house on Arlington. So I'm pretty sure they hit that motherfucker too. With the 10,000 fentanyl pills and the 49.
Well, that's a fact because I remember when they hit my friend here in Detroit, they hit every house. It was about 15 houses all at the same time. Then nobody escaped. They hit them simultaneously all at the same time where you couldn't even make a phone call to warn people. They hit them that's how they come.
He trying to link all that to Big U? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, they saying that's what was found. So we don't know. But they ain't saying where it was found. I don't know where they found it. But again, if they found it on one of these dudes that's allegedly up under this, but everybody ain't tied to his case. Bricc Baby ain't named on his case. You got Luce Cannon, you got Sylvester, you got Bay, you got Hop, you got Bear Claw, you got Big U, and you got the two bitches. It's like 7, 8 people tied. It was 19 people on there, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like Bricc Baby name ain't mentioned, Luce Cannon name is mentioned on Big U's complaint. That's crazy. That nigga Bricc Baby, I heard that was out though. No, he ain't out. He don't go to court till May 15th. They're not letting Bricc Baby out. Bricc Baby
They ain't letting none of them out. They not getting out. They talk too damn much.
What they looking at? Bricc Baby next court date May 15th. Bricc Baby did it. Bricc Baby been working and cooperating. I've been telling y'all, but y'all take the people's vote.
Facts.
I told y'all June 23rd, 2023, Blood got caught with a K. Feds kept the K. I've been telling y'all, he lying. It was DA reject. It don't exist. He lied. Good.
He went on academics and said that.
Yeah, but you see what it say in the paperwork. June 23rd, 2023.
Yeah,
Out of case, 2 other guns and 100 rounds of ammunition. Chuck, you don't remember I used to tell Bricc, baby, your bitch like Paru in her?
Yeah.
My homie Ben fucking a bitch. There's 2 homies fucking a bitch.
I remember you said that, but I was like, damn, that's crazy.
They on the damn. Yeah, Paru.
Hey, point,
Hey, yo, Blanco, what's all this bullshit, this 50 shit you playing, bro? I don't like this shit you doing on your little shit, talking about Wack is right, Bricc is right or wrong. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? The case was a DA reject. Nigga, the state never picked the case up. It always been with the feds. What's this 50 shit you like playing, bro? On some real shit.
I just be giving bro, like it's not even me like picking sides.
Case never went to the state.
What the no hair, bro?
The paperwork tells you.
Man, he's stuttering and everything. I can't stand Flacco fat ass.
Been having it in possession. Do you know what that means? Okay, you seen how they just went to jail, all of them? Seen how they went to court already? Why the nigga ain't went to court in 21 months? You tell me that. You be doing bad shit, bro. You need to look. I'm gonna tell you this.
I gave my opinion. Like that's
No, ain't no opinion, nigga, because you trying to make it look like niggas is lying. Cause them niggas be pressing you. But I'm gonna start pressing your big fat punk ass, nigga. And then we gonna see what opinion I get. Cause can't nothing up there stop me.
You're Wack stupid, man.
No, it's real. Cause the nigga,
Dakota, let that nigga live,
the
man.
nigga, man, hey man, fuck you. You telling me let a nigga live that's saying some weird shit, and he know he said, what you mean the case was a DA reject? It never went to the state. Well, Wack is right and Bricc is right. No, nigga, it never went to the state. Any nigga that get booked for something like that, and you ain't got no court date 21 months, and Chuck, let me wake you up. This nigga riding around flashing guns on live. Remember he was riding
And that's a
around
fact.
flashing.
And that's why we know. And he is in the paperwork. I thought Bricc Baby was in the paperwork with I gotta go back and see. What Big U? I thought he was.
What's up, Sugar Plum? So, in the meeting, and he was like, you right. Cause it's all about money. It ain't about trying to help us and put us in a position and stuff like that. I told him I want a verse from Nipsey and all that stuff, but he just kept bringing up money. Dead homies, this is all facts, right? So, when that's going on, Big Uterus hit my phone, was like, hey, cuz, I think I need you, come down here or whatever because I think cuz dissed me. So I said, all right, cuz, I'm on my way. So we all in the studio, right? And mind you, he already took the equipment from Nipsey. So Nipsey went to go buy his own equipment, right? So we in the studio chilling. You hear the song, Nipsey diss, right? And he was like, hey, cuz, is this song about me? So Nipsey stood up or whatever and was like, yeah, cuz it's about you. So he was drinking some water out of a water bottle and he threw it on Nipsey, right? He was like, we're going to have to go get down or whatever. So he thought Nipsey was going to back down. Nipsey stood up and was like, okay, cuz, let's go get down. So they in the middle of the street, right? I think we was on Madden, right? And they were just dancing around or whatever like that. He was trying to get Nipsey or whatever, but Nipsey was just moving, dancing and stuff like that. And he couldn't hit Nipsey, so he got tired. So he knew he didn't get Nipsey the way he wanted to get Nipsey, right? So the next morning, he called the homies and stuff like that. And he went down there and he was basically saying like, hey, we gonna come, nigga, you gonna have to get lined up for dissing me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why? It's just about you and Nipsey. Why you have to bring the hood into it? This is really about money. So Nipsey said, I'm gonna go long as you don't do nothing to me, the T word, right? So Black Sim said, cause my brother ain't going nowhere.
I love Black Sam.
You ain't from the hood or whatever like that. He was like, nigga, my brother ain't going nowhere. Pulling Nipsey out, right? Fats and stuff like that was there. He was talking, him and Big U going back and forth, right? So Big Uterus fire on Fats, right? Boom, boom. Didn't do anything to Fats. Fats looked at him, gave him tone. Oh, bam! Big Useless failed. He tripped over the little step, right? And so TD and Nipsey started trying to squabble or whatever, and Big Useless, he was mad because TD wasn't doing it right. We was all laughing at it. It was a joke. It was funny. It was terrible, right? So they over there trying to squabble or whatever. Black Sam, shot in the air, right? Peep this. He shot in the air. Boom. Police in there in 30 seconds, right? 30 seconds.
They there in 30 seconds because he been cooperating. All of them cooperating. I don't care what nobody say.
Big U, or whatever like that, police go to Big U and stuff like that. Big U showed something, right? To the police. He started pointing at everything like that. Next thing you know, they go and get Black Sam, put him in the back of the car, all the other stuff, right? So, what y'all not understanding, Nipsey, from that day forward, he had to work out something with Big Useless so his brother won't go back to jail for what's the name. He just get a violation. You get what I'm saying? For that situation.
Wow.
Facts, right?
Now that makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
Having a felon with a gun, parole papers and stuff like that, that's 2-3 years. You get what I'm saying? 4 years.
Yeah.
So Nipsey basically bit the bullet and basically was like, okay, I'm gonna basically play your game, Big Useless, because it's not fair, right? Tell me this, people. Really tell me this. If Big Useless got the police to come there 30 seconds when he was there, we talking about 30 seconds flat, right? World record time. But after that, just say when the Nipsey got hit, right? When he really got hit, not a shot in the air, and it took the police 15-20 minutes to respond, and you see Nipsey on the ground and everybody trying to give him CPR and stuff, right?
That's a valid point.
You telling me that from shooting in the air and somebody actually getting shot, the response time is totally different? And we talking about, it was only like a couple hours difference because like 11, 12 o'clock during the day when the scuffle happened, and then, around like 1:30, 1:50, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Well, that make a lot of sense to me.
Luce, what's cracking, bro? Luce Cannon!
What's up with it, King? How you doing?
Not much, man. We tapped in right now. We got the viral way on here. We got Lush, and we got the one and only Munchie B. Andre.
What up? What up with everybody?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, we were just having conversations, and we were kind of, I mean, I guess first question is just how are you doing in there? What's your state of mind as you're locked up?
Nah, the state of mind is good because at the end of the day, it's like, let this truth be known. Like, I don't put the niggas, you know what I'm saying? So everything else is false.
Okay. Do you, what's your media strategy in terms of talking on podcasts, doing live streams, etc., while you're in federal custody?
No, it's not that. It's just I'm doing the same thing that I was doing outside. You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed.
Silence is golden. And you talk your ass right into an indictment. I've never seen anything like this. That clout chasing is that where you talk yourself right into an indictment. Tell everything. You can't make this up. You ain't heard nothing from Big U, have you? Not one thing have he said. He ain't called in nowhere. Not publicly anyway. I gotta get my light. I'm gonna let this play.
Like, I don't have this. I have no parts of what happened, what's going on, or anything like that. But
I got it.
I ain't gonna say anything. A lot of people roll over and turned on the nigga, and it is what it is.
Who turned on you already?
No, I'm talking about on Big Useless.
Oh, people are already telling on him.
Yeah. So it's like I'm just sitting in here right now, just going through the process.
Damn.
Is everybody telling Luce, or do you know specifically who's been telling?
Yeah, everybody got out. The only people that's still in here is me breaking him.
Have you had any conversations that were basically like, we'll let you out right now, you just got to tell us this, and this?
Hell no, it ain't no conversation.
So they consider you to be such a crucial part of this case that they're not even proposing a deal.
No, I haven't. No, it's not that. It's not that at all.
Safety valve?
It's just the point of it is it's just not going to happen. Just put it that way.
The feds know that you're so soft.
Well, they finally released his paperwork, and he looking at 15 years. So they finally released his paperwork. I love SBGB. I really do. I'm only gonna play a quick set. Oh no, actually I'm not. Because it's too long. Nope, let me get rid of that. Not at all. I'm about to get rid of this yellow beesy stuff. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Let me get rid of this yellow beesy because I already did that. Damn, that was the wrong damn video I got bit of. Oh, this was Big U's second indictment. Oh, well, they took that video down. Well, here go Cowboy. I don't know what to think about him. Y'all from LA.
News, we on fire.
And I love Hood Talk.
Cowboy start having them too after Nipsey died.
Man, that was a trap house opening, man. That ain't no grand opening, man. What is
He
that?
showed on 16B. He showed on. That's what they saying, 16B, that he been working with them. You right, baby. Now, you know what? I just showed last week Cowboy talking to two detectives and had a green thing. Man was riding past, and he was out there on the street with two detectives talking. I don't know. I think they all talking. That's what I think.
What is going on here, man? This is not no real, this ain't no real grand opening, man. Look at them shirts back there, man. Come on, man. You gonna scare the kids with them shirts, man. Come on.
This video is after Nipsey passed. A couple of days later.
He's not finna cut the ribbon. Oh, he's cutting the ribbon. Oh, man, the man got a booth in the flea market and he's cutting the ribbon, man. Never seen it done before.
The crazy part is he's doing grand openings for a store that's full of bootleg clothes. If that ain't enough, this should seal the deal. Nipsey Hussle get a mural.
Oh, man.
How the hell Cowboy get one?
Yeah, I talked about this before, man. Dude got his own mirror, man. But when it's sprayed over,
I just said that's what I believe based on everything that I'm hearing. And I've been around a long time. I ain't got to be there. And that's my opinion. I said, I believe they all talking. I do. Now, the paperwork been proved on Big U when he first got locked up that he talked. We know Bricc Baby already talked. Now that Luce Cannon see these 15 years, I think he gonna talk since they released that paperwork today or yesterday. He gonna talk too. That's why I always told my son, if you gonna do something, do the shit by yourself because you're not gonna tell on yourself. I've never seen anything like this before. We got a strict code in the deal about talking. Unless you a civilian, that's totally different. But it's codes to this shit that don't nobody seem to follow no more. I don't know what happened.
But Nip, do he still got his mirror in L.A.? Because he went and sprayed over Nip mirror. Come on, man. And I think it was him, the one that was doing all that spray painting stuff over Nip mirror. Because look at him. There ain't nobody come spray paint over his face. Man, Cowboy was setting that up. Man, I got to get this mirror going, man. It's only going to be one Nipsey, and that's me.
Ready. The man's still living. But we not done with them whys, Cowboy. We want to know why you and Big U are so quick to defend each other when it comes to your relationship with Nipsey Hussle.
Well, regardless of me or with Big U, when I heard any information concerning me or Big U, it was never a question about Big U. I know Big U loved them. Big U always had money.
And that's a fact. And my thing is, if you choose a certain lifestyle, 16B is rules and regulations to the shit, and you should follow the code if you choose that lifestyle. I'm just saying. I'm a civilian. I'm not in that lifestyle. I used to be back in my heyday. And that was like 80s and 90s. Listen. But it's rules. If you choose that lifestyle that you should follow. And I stand on that. I stand on that. And I stood on it then and I stand on it now. And I raised my children to stand on it as well.
Big U. So it was never no question. I never questioned I know that really had love for them.
But both of you guys have been trying to backdoor Nipsey not even months after he passed away.
Big snakes, man.
Big U tried to steal the marathon trademark through the Crips LLC owner.
Big U wanted to do for itself, right? Him and Suge.
Yeah, Big U and Suge wanted it, and he, it was the conversations with Suge. Make sure that the most important thing is that it's trademarked for clothes.
Man, Big U a slime ball, man. You trying to script this man from everything. The man got kids out here, man, that gotta live and grow up, man. You trying to take.
And that just made me think, remember when Wack came out and said that Big U 53 days after Nipsey passed, that he wanted to go after the estate, saying that they had a 10-year contract, and Wack said no, but I do believe Wack afraid of Big U too. Now, I believe that as well. But he came out and said that, and he said, no, I'm not going after that man estate. And he didn't do it.
But whole legacy, but you see where it got you, right? Now your kids ain't gonna be able to eat because you gone, bro. And I think you was the breadwinner where your son played football. I hope that work out for him.
And the next thing, it needs to be trademark, you know. And I mean, this was conversation.
They might kick him off the team just because Big U is daddy.
That he and I were having. And but I know what I'm doing.
That's Hood Talk News.
It's just my integrity, you know.
I don't know his value because but then they got picked in the 80th round or something like that.
I'm not gonna get down on that boy like that.
Hey, if I Big U being his daddy, boy, I don't know.
Big U tried the same thing with me. Hey, we gonna act like you got control. I sold you. You brought me out of my Nipsey contracts. You go sue the estate. I put them all up. 53 days after Nipsey was dead, he wanted me to double back and sue the estate. But yet when he was here, him and Nipsey already had an understanding on what that was and what that wasn't. He didn't want to do it, like she said from the beginning. He's never going to do nothing himself. He always going to try to get somebody else to do it. In the same situation,
that's what a snake do.
They wanted her to trademark it, and then they had to put on these shows and did all these things and stood behind it like they didn't know what was going on. But it ain't us, it's her. We doing something with her. Whole time it's them that brought the play. That's how he played.
See, what's crazy?
I agree with you, 16-bit. I ain't never seen nothing like it before. But and especially for Luce Cannon, he 42 years old. And I marvel at Big U still out here cripping. Nigga, you 58 years old. I mean, I truly don't understand. I really don't understand. Well, I agree with you on that. Yeah, you definitely right. They go, yeah.
These jealous, envious OGs allegedly, man, their actions, you can see the pattern. Like Big U or Rayshawn killed that young boy, man. Williams and unaliving them over the diss song, similar to him getting into it with Nipsey. But whatever happened after Nipsey died, Cowboy has been thriving better than ever. And since that play did so good, let's try another.
Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Remember that, y'all?
The one. Well, a few months later, there was somebody.
Well, that last interview Cowboy did with, what is that, the Dancer Project? He back on drugs. He look horrible. Because one way or another, you're going to pay for whatever you do that's wrong. You're going to pay one way or another. And he looked so bad. I was like, damn.
Died in the same area of a young man named Dominique Maynard, R.I.P. And allegedly, this video was the night of the stabbing.
He sure did 16, didn't he? I was like, I don't know if it's the meth or the crack, whichever one it is. I said, damn, he looked really bad.
Dominique Minion Paul, a 24-year-old black man out there sipping. Man died Thursday, June 20th, after he was fatally stabbed in the 3400 block of West Lawson Avenue in Hyde Park. According to Los Angeles County coroner's records, about 1:15 a.m. on the Sunday, June 16th, officers responded to a call of a loud party in the area, police said. When officers arrived,
it's 1 GB. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I apologize.
Paul was stabbed wounds. Paul was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on June 20th at 11:25 p.m. According to the coroner's records, investigators believe that a group of people were hanging out in the parking lot of the Marathon clothing store when Paul got into a verbal dispute with another person. The two went into the alley and the other person stabbed him. Detectives are seeking witnesses.
Everybody over here ain't got nothing to do with that. Everybody keep control her. I'm gonna give you your space so we can get my homie about it.
Well, Cowboy was on every scene, wasn't he?
Fact.
I respect you as a person, and I'm gonna give you your space, and I respect that. Chill out. Get my homie about it. Clear away, please. Don't need to be like that. How may be? But you overly like.
Damn.
How is this backdoor Nipsey? Well, the family of Dominique Minion Paul sued Nipsey Hussle's company, Slauson and Crenshaw Ventures, LLC. They said, since it's by the Marathon store, you guys are responsible and we want money for it. Well, in court, they argued that Nipsey Hussle's company employed an individual who is Cowboy, who supervises the whole area, including the alley. Mind you, this is after Nipsey Hussle died and the store shut down. Cowboy was not working for the store, but they're trying to put it on him. Nipsey Hussle, Black Sam and Company argued Cowboy didn't work for no damn Marathon store. It's shut down. How could he work for the store?
Man, Cowboy was out there bootlegging, man. He wasn't working nothing, man.
Wow. Wow.
He stopped sleeping up there, and he kept going up there selling his Marathon bootleg clothing, man. That's why the man don't mess with him. Dang.
But what did Cowboy do in court? He testified against Nipsey Hussle and Black Sam. He said Black Sam was his boss and was paying him. This whole time, Cowboy has been working.
This is why you can't help a junkie.
With the family to sue Nipsey Hussle's company, allegedly. Well, you might be asking,
that's where he...
Wow. I got to check that out. If that's true, that's truly fucked up. I just had to put that down for a minute. Nipsey did all his things for you and you backdoor him and sue his estate, or that was the family. That one, don't tell me that was Cowboy. I might have to go back and hear this shit again, because I think I heard that wrong.
And we want money for it. Well, in court, they argued that Nipsey Hussle's company employed an individual who is Cowboy, who supervises the whole area, including the alley. Mind you, this is after Nipsey Hussle died and the store shut down.
It sure is a cold world.
But they're trying to put it on him. Nipsey Hussle, Black Sam and Company argued Cowboy didn't work for no damn Marathon store. It's shut down. How could he work for the store?
Man, Cowboy was out there bootlegging, man. He wasn't working nothing, man. Sam Ben had shut that store down and told Cowboy to stop sleeping up there, and he kept going up there selling his Marathon bootleg clothing, man. That's why the man don't mess with him. Dang.
But what did Cowboy do in court? He testified against Nipsey Hussle and Black Sam. He said Black Sam was his boss and was paying him. This whole time, Cowboy has been working.
So he testified against the estate and that's why Black Sam don't fuck with him. That's a legit lawsuit, though. I just hate it's Nipsey. Right. That is so... Wow. I ain't even got no words for this shit. That's some cold shit. That is some cold. I could never. I'm loyal to a fault. Wow. No wonder Black Sam don't mess with Cowboy.
That's why you can't help a junkie.
With the family to sue Nipsey Hussle's company, allegedly. Well, you might be asking,
that's where he get that money from. You hear me now? That lawsuit must be went through or something, because he did get old.
Now we want to know why, Cowboy. Why did you testify against Nipsey Hussle and his family? And not only did you testify, you lied. You know damn well you didn't work for Black Sam months after Nipsey died. Family wasn't messing with you.
They wasn't messing with this man. The man had to catch a ride to the funeral, man. And you gonna go up there?
Wow. I am so without words. Wow. That really messed me up. I could never do that. I could never just backdoor. Damn. Wow.
The lawsuit. That what your backdoor, Nip. You backdoor the lawsuit. You backdoor, man. You just a backdoor nigga, man. You would hate
backdoor nigga.
Shot Nip, man. Ready to run out of it, man.
And the store was closed. If you can answer that, why? We off Cowboy forever. And we front row at every Cowboy concert.
Hey, come on. Say what? Let's go, Cowboy. 93 bad boy. Come on. Take that. Turn right up. Break it down, boy.
And what really tripped me out, because I watched another video with Cowboy, and they asked, that was that dancer project, and they asked him about Big U. He's like, oh no, me and him still cool. And I'm sitting up there. How can you say that when you knew Nipsey and him was not cool like that? This you right, 1GB. This a cold world.
Out there, boy, they working together, boy. They working together, man. Hey, but I just came to bring y'all that. Like, share, and subscribe.
That just messed me up, and I forgot what date I was on, because I just wanted to bring this stuff up to date, so when I come back, I'll have new. Damn. Maybe I should end it here, because I don't know where I left off. The whole phone went away. Yep, I think, you know what? Yep, I'm gonna end this here, and I'm gonna come back. I'm about to do my New World Order and my Illuminati stuff next, and then I'm gonna do that TK murder trial. That trial hurt me to my heart. It really did. That young boy got 55 years and 80 put on top. I said that, and he got in trouble at 16. Now he like 23, 80 years on top. That broke. He never had a chance from his childhood. And TK, his record song when he was on the run from the police down in Texas was The Race. And my son really, I think he was in high school then too, but he idolized TK. And it's just so sad to see that young man, he gonna die in there. And whenever he get out, he gonna be so institutionalized. He gonna be about 70 years old after doing almost 50 years in there as a young man. So, I'm doing TK because I ain't got to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna be up. I'm doing TK. I might do some on them tiers. All unions. Anyway, I'm going to drop a couple Illuminati stuff. All right. See y'all later. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all my new subscribers. And we're going to be doing a giveaway probably in a month or so. All right. Thank y'all.